And it's time for Yoga Fusion. In Yoga Fusion, we start with a warm-up. We go through some poses to build some heat, burn some calories. And then we grab some weights and we do some strength training using a modified high-intensity format and using yoga poses as the foundations for our exercises. I've got two weights today. I've got kind of a medium one and a heavier one. You could just use a medium one. You could use no weight at all and just do the poses without the weights. You could benefit either way. After the strength portion, we will cool down and stretch out at the end. We're starting seated today. A comfortable seated position. I'll start by rocking from side to side, trying to equalize the pressure on our sits bones so we're balanced and grounded on both sides of the body equally. Take a moment to stack the spine. Let's just roll the shoulders up and back a couple of times. Shrugging, pulling them back. Imagine trying to slide your shoulder blades down into your back hip pockets. And we'll roll them forward a couple times. And then we'll roll them back one more set, just to really open up the front body, which often needs it a little bit more. Let's pat those shoulders down, lift the sternum. Let's imagine a string pulling the top of the head up toward the ceiling so we find lots of length in the spine. Let's close our eyes for a moment and just bring awareness to the breath. Let's focus on expanding the abdomen as we inhale, and pressing out like a bellows as we exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale, press. Inhale, expand. And press. Let's just breathe normally. Sealing the lips, breathing in and out through the nose now with Ujjayi breath. That breath that you can just barely hear sounds like the ocean. Sometimes we refer to it as the Darth Vader breath. It helps to build heat in the body. Let's open our eyes. Let's switch the cross of our legs. Let's bring our fingertips down to the mat with lots of lift in the torso. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, press down. Let's keep those shoulders packed and keep lots of space between our ears and shoulders as we raise and lower the arms. One more time with both arms. Next time, just the right arm. Inhale up and over. And exhale back down. Left arm. Right arm. Left arm. Coming back to stillness, let's sweep the right hand behind the back. Let's cross the left hand to the right thigh. Inhale, tall. Exhale, take a light twist to the right. With each inhale, try to bring a little more length to your spine. Sit up nice and tall. As we exhale, we'll deepen our twist, whatever range is available to us today. We're still warming up, so don't overdo it. Perhaps look over the shoulder. Relax back to center. Now sweeping the left hand behind, propping ourselves up tall, crossing the right hand over. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, take a twist. Inhale, lift up to the crown of the head. Exhale, turn. Just find the range that works for you today. Perhaps looking over the shoulder. Coming back to center. Let's reach forward now, bring our hands down and up onto our hands and knees. With our knees under our hips, our wrists under our shoulders, and as always, we have an option here to make fists to use in place of our wrists. Let's draw the abs in, sliding the shoulder blades down the back and lengthening the neck, making lots of space between the ears and the shoulders. Inhaling to lift the chest and tailbone, looking forward for cow pose. Exhaling, we scoop in, looking down under our knees for cat pose. Inhale to lift. Exhale, scoop. Let's think about following the breath here. Letting the inhale tell us when to lift to cow. Letting the exhale tell us now it's time to come back to cat. So just follow your own breath for a couple more rounds of cat-cow. The next time you finish a round, we'll come back to neutral spine. From neutral spine, we'll shift the hips from side to side. Come back to stillness. Let's push the rib cage from side to side. Come back to stillness. Let's slide the right foot back, curl the toes under, rocking the ball of the foot. Lifting up the calf, stretching out the sole of your foot a little bit here. And we'll float that right foot across the left foot. Let's look over the left shoulder. Let's press the right hip out and rock diagonally. Breathe. Let's float that right leg straight out behind us and extend the left arm forward for spinal balance. Think about engaging your core here, finding stability from the center of your body, working out from there. You can also go to a 45-degree angle for a little more challenge. We can sway the arm and leg back and forth. Imagine we're a fish swimming through the water. Coming back to stillness, coming back down to hands and knees. Now we're sliding the left foot back, curling the toes under, and rocking. Mobilizing the ankle joint, loosening up the calf and the sole of the foot. Now floating that left foot across the right foot, looking over the right shoulder, pressing the left hip out, and rocking here diagonally. And then floating that left foot straight behind, nice, straight and strong, flexing the foot, pushing back to the heel, extending the right arm forward, coming into spinal balance. Again, engage from the core, draw the navel in, stabilize from the middle and work out from there. We can go to 45 degrees for more challenge. We can sway back and forth. We'll come back to forward and back. We'll come back down to hands and knees. Let's inhale the right arm up into the air. Exhale to sweep under. Inhale to lift. Exhale to sweep. Inhale, lift. This time we'll thread the needle, reaching right on through. We'll drop the right shoulder down. We'll rest the temple on the floor. Looking under the left arm. We can stay here. We can press into that left hand and try to open this twist a little bit more. You can also slide that left hand forward and try to open the side body more. Bring your breath into the ribs and expand. Bring that hand back in. Let's inhale that right arm back up into the air one more time. Exhale back down to the mat. Now we'll inhale the left arm up. Exhale, sweep it under. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, sweep it under. Inhale, lift. This time we thread the needle, so reach on through. Drop the shoulder, drop the temple. Look under the right arm. You can press into the right hand to deepen your twist. You can slide that right hand forward and use your breath to expand your side body. Take a couple of breaths here. Use the breath. Bring the hand back in and together. We'll inhale the left arm back up into the air. We'll exhale back down to the mat. Now bringing the big toes together, we can open our knees wide. We can sink our hips back to our heels, coming to child's pose. Option to slide your hands forward for extended child's pose, bringing the forehead down. If you prefer, you can stack your hands or rest your forehead on your hands. You can also sweep your hands back to your side. Stay here for a moment.
Let's think about sinking breath. As you inhale, try to maintain your posture. As you exhale, try to sink your hips deeper towards your heels. Inhale to maintain, exhale to sink deeper. Try to find length in the spine. Now we'll all come to extended child's pose with arms forward. Let's ground our hands into the mat, pressing the heel of the hand down, the knuckles of the palm, spreading the fingers, pressing fingertips down so we have a nice Hasta Bandha. We're really sealing our hands against the floor, shoulder width apart. And on our next inhale, we'll rise up, straightening our hips, coming into a kneeling plank. Keep those shoulders strong and active, pressed down into your hands. So we're not sinking down into our shoulders or rounding up into our back. Keeping it nice and long. Let's sink back to child's pose. Let's inhale to rise, kneeling plank. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale to kneeling plank. Exhale back to child's pose. Stay for a breath or two. We'll add on to this. You can just hang out doing kneeling plank and child's pose if that's best for you. I'm going to add our chaturanga, our kneeling chaturanga. Inhaling, plank, exhaling, just bringing shoulders level with the elbows, no deeper. Inhaling back up, sinking hips back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale back. One more time like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stay for a couple of breaths. You can stay at that level with just a chaturanga, or we can add on another piece. Inhaling to plank. Exhaling, we're going to chaturanga and come all the way down to the mat this time. Now, baby cobra, just lifting the chest and shoulders, not pressing into the hands, not like a sphinx pose, just lifting up enough to engage the back. On our next breath, we'll float the hips up and back and sink to child's pose. Let's flow that all together. On the next inhale, rise to kneeling plank. Exhale down to the mat, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, pull from the core, float the hips back to child's pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga down to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, draw the abs in, float the hips up and back. Child's pose. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, floating hips back. Coming back to child's. Now, child's pose is a resting pose. Child's pose is always available to you. So at any point in class, if you feel like you need a break, always feel free to come back to child's pose and just hang out here. Today, let's just curl our toes under with our feet about hip width apart. We'll begin to walk our hands in toward our knees and sit up slowly. And when you've been down on the floor for a while, give yourself a moment for the blood to come back to your brain so you don't get dizzy. We're going to push back onto the balls of our feet. On our next inhale, we're going to rise to a forward fold. So the knees can remain soft here, folding the chest onto the thighs. I have my feet about hip width apart. That's for stability. If it's your practice to have your feet closer together, that is an option. It's less stable and therefore more challenging. From here, let's do ragdoll. Let's grab opposite elbows. Let the head hang. You can nod the head or shake the head. Releasing tension from the neck. You can sway your arms in and out or side to side. Releasing the shoulders and back. Settling in. Try that sinking breath one more time, going deeper on the exhales. Let's release our hands, bring our fingertips down toward the floor. On our next inhale, we're going to lift halfway, Coming to a flat back, we can place our hands on our shins for support. Keeping our gaze primarily down so that our neck remains in line with the spine. We're sliding shoulder blades down the back, finding length in the spine. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. This time as we inhale, we're going to circle sweep our arms and rise up. And as we exhale, we'll take a swan dive. Arms out to the side, soft knees. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale for swan dive with soft knees. Inhale to halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, coming just to heart center this time. Let's press our hips back and sink into chair pose. We can keep our hands in prayer here. We can roll our shoulders back and down and extend our arms forward if we like. So from whichever you're choosing to do, forward or hands in prayer, inhale to rise up. Exhale back to chair. Inhale to rise. Exhale from chair. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Inhale, rise. On the exhale, swan dive. Soften those knees, hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale through chair. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale through chair. Inhale, rise. Let's come back to heart center. Let's begin to build up a little combination of a flow here, using this as a transition. So, I'm going to turn. Starting from mountain pose. Take a step back with the right foot. Come into a lunge. Option for prayer hands, option for cactus arms, option to extend the arms up. Press up lunge. You can stay up here and hold for a couple of breaths. You can bend and extend the back leg a couple of times to build a little bit more strength in that back leg. Let's lower that back knee down, uncurl the toes, bring hands to heart center. Inhaling lots of length into the spine, let's lean forward. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, take a twist, hook your right elbow over your left leg. Take a gentle twist here. And lunge, option to make a fist with your left hand and press it to your right palm to deepen your twist. Couple of breaths. Relaxing back to center. Let's curl those toes back under. We'll lift back up to our crescent lunge. Step up. We'll step back with the left foot, other foot. Choose your arms. Hold it up for a couple of breaths or bend and extend the back knee. Bring the back knee down, uncurl the toes. Hands to heart center. Inhale, tall, exhale, lean forward. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, take a twist to your right. Hook your left elbow over your right leg. Option to make a fist with your right hand, pressing into your left palm. Inhale, lengthening your spine, drawing the abs and give yourself room to twist. Exhale, deepen it. Couple of breaths. Back to center. Pull the back toes under, lift up. Step up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale through chair pose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart center. Big step back with the right foot. This time, pivot that right heel down. Coming into warrior one. In warrior one, our back leg is straight and strong. Be sure you're grounded down, especially into the outside edge of your back foot. Front knee over front ankle. Now the back leg presses forward, the front leg presses back, trying to square those hips a little bit, but don't twist that back knee too much. If you like a shorter stance with parallel feet, you can square hips that way. It's an option. Arms can be in prayer, in cactus, or extended. Warrior one. Step back up. And step back with the left foot. For a lunge. And then pivot into warrior one on the left side. Again, trying to square those hips in whatever amount of squaring we can accomplish without hurting our back knee. Breathing and sinking. Step up. Swan dive. Halfway lift. Let's fold. Let's rise. Come through heart center. And rise. So we're adding on each time. Stepping back with the right foot to lunge. Coming into warrior one. This time adding on, shortening our stance to pyramid prep. So I can straighten my front leg, not locking it out, just giving a little micro bend there. Bringing hands to hips. Inhaling and lifting the front body. Exhaling, I fold forward. Coming into pyramid pose. Coming to flat back first. Inhaling and exhaling deeper again. Sinking breath. Inhale and exhale can release down, letting the head hang. Bringing the hands to the leg or the floor. If I've got blocks, I could use blocks. Now we'll soften the front knee and step the back foot forward. We're already in our forward fold. Let's halfway lift. Let's fold. We'll sweep up. We'll exhale. Chair. We'll inhale, rise. Come back to heart center. We'll step back with the left foot, starting in lunge. Coming into warrior one. Coming into pyramid prep, shortening the stance, straightening the legs. Hands on hips. Inhale, lifting the front body. Exhale, folding forward. We'll stay with flat back for a couple of breaths. Sinking and pressing down. We'll inhale and exhale, releasing down, letting the head hang. Hands can come to the shin, to the floor, to the block, even to a chair if you have a chair handy. Be creative. It's your practice. And I can't see what you're doing anyway. Soften the front leg, step forward, inhale, lift halfway, exhale, fold, inhale, rise. Exhale through chair, inhale, rise. Come back to heart center, right foot steps back, lunge. Inhale, rise, exhale into warrior one. Inhale, lift up, exhale into pyramid prep. Inhale, raise your front body, exhale, fold forward. From here, if you have a block, you can grab the block. Or bring your hands down to the floor. Let's float that right foot up, coming into warrior three. Again, a block or a chair could be handy here. Try to find length in the spine. If you're feeling ambitious, you can raise your arms, perhaps an airplane. Very helpful to find a stationary spot to focus on here. Let's float that back foot down, soften the front knee and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale through chair. Inhale, rise. Exhale the left foot back. Lunge. Inhale up. Down into warrior one. Inhale, lift, shorten the stance, come to pyramid prep. Inhale, lift the front body. Exhale, fold forward. Find yourself a block, a chair, or the floor. Float that left leg up, warrior three. Options to float the arms back. Airplane. Float the back foot down, soften the front knee, step the back foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale through chair. Inhale, rise. Heart center. Let's add another piece to it. We'll step back with the right foot, lunge. Inhale, lift, and exhale into warrior one. Inhale, lift. Exhale to pyramid press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold to pyramid. Shift into warrior 3. Let's bring the hands down to the floor. Hinge the hips more deeply. Raise the leg behind. Standing split. One of my least favorite poses in yoga. Bring that foot back down. So we'll find ourselves in a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale through chair. Inhale, rise. Exhale back to mountain. Let's step back. Left foot, lunge. Lift and lower to warrior 1. Lift and lower to pyramid prep. Lift the front body, fold forward. Pyramid. Float up into warrior 3. Hinge forward into standing split. Float the foot down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, to chair. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart center. Right foot lunge. Inhale, exhale to warrior 1. Inhale, exhale to pyramid prep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold forward. Let's float forward into warrior 3. Let's hinge down into standing split. Bring the foot down, halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up. Come through chair. Rise up. Heart center. Left leg back. Lunge. Inhale and exhale into warrior 1. Inhale, exhale to pyramid prep. With the front body, fold forward. Float the leg up into warrior 3. Hinge deeply into standing split. Bring the leg down. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up. Through chair. Rise up. Heart center. Take a breath. Grab a drink. That'll build a little bit of heat. Good. We're almost ready to start our fusion portion. Let's do a quick couple things first, though. Just to review a couple of poses. We're going to start with a wide stance. For some moonflowers, inhale, extend up. Exhale, come down. One more time for moonflowers. Inhale, lift, exhale, open to warrior 2. Pivoting to the right, lining up the heel with the arch, stacking the spine, levelizing the hips. Gazing up past the fingertips, we'll flip the palm up. Inhale, lift to reverse the warrior. Exhale to side angle. Inhale to reverse the warrior. Exhale, warrior 2, shorten the stance. We'll straighten that leg. We're going to press the left hip out, slide the upper body to the right. Sliding the triangle pose. Stacking the shoulders, squeezing shoulder blades together. Inhaling to rise back up. Swing our feet out so our knees point toward our toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, moonflowers. Next time, inhale, exhale, warrior 2. Pivoting to the left side, lining up heel with arch, stacking spine. Flipping the palm, inhaling to reverse the warrior. Exhaling to side angle. Inhaling to reverse the warrior. Exhaling, warrior 2, shortening the stance, straightening the leg, pressing the right hip out, sliding the ribs to the left. Left arm down, right arm up. Triangle pose. Stacking shoulders, squeezing shoulder blades together. Inhale to rise. Bring hands to hips. Let's turn our feet parallel now. Let's roll the shoulders back, interlace the fingers behind the back and press the knuckles down, lift the chest up. Hinging forward. We can stay at a flat back and reset those shoulders, rolling them down the back, lifting the arms up off the back. And we can go deeper if we like. Rinsing out the shoulders. Releasing fingertips down to the floor, coming to a flat back. Let's walk our hands to the right foot and flex the left foot as we Squat on the right leg rather. We'll walk to the left foot, flex the right foot, we'll come back to center, flat back, so we're in a flat back and a wide stance, hands come to hips, we inhale, we'll rise up. Let's walk our feet in and shake it out. Let's get ready for our fusion portion. I'm going to start with a heavier weight. I will be using a block. If you have a chair you want to use, that's fine. We're going to do in our first segment, we're going to swing the dumbbell. Much like we're in a yoga squat stance, we're coming into flat back and lifting up. So the trick here is that spinal alignment. I'm not going to round over. I'm not going to use my arms a lot. I'm going to work from the core and swing the weight. I'm going to come into a goblet squat. I'm going to warrior 3 with a row, other side, and repeat. Let's grab that heavy weight. Wide stance, pack the shoulders, and swing it.
Go.
So my knees are a little bit soft, but they're not really bent a lot. Long spine, look down, look up. Look down, look forward, I should say. Forward, forward, and down. Really feel those glutes working here. Set up for goblet squat. Hold the weight by one head. And squat.
Go.
Working the quadriceps and the hamstrings. And again, the glutes. Take the weight in your right hand, shift the weight to your right foot. Raise your left leg into warrior 3. And row.
Go.
Pull up to your side, squeeze back your shoulder blade. Lift and lower. Keep that spine long. Try to keep length in your front body. Ground your left foot, move your weight to your left hand. Float your right leg up. Warrior 3. Row. Coming right up to your side, squeezing back your shoulder blade. Lift and lower. Breathe. Coming back to our swing. Wide stance, flat back, pack the shoulders.
Go.
Hinging the hips. Looking down, looking forward. Keeping that length in the spine, not rounding that back. Looking from the hips. Squeezing the glutes. Let the glutes drive this. Goblet squat. Make sure your knees are pointing out towards your toes.
Go.
Weight in the right hand, ground the right foot. Raise the left leg into warrior 3.
Go.
Move the weight
Final
to your
round.
left hand, ground your left foot. Float your right leg, warrior 3.
Go.
Keep that length in your spine.
Recover.
Our next block. We'll start with a lunge and a shoulder press on one side then the other. Then we'll do biceps and side angle. Repeat the lunge and overhead press. Then do triceps in reverse triangle. So let's take the weight in the right hand. We're going to step back for the first set with the left foot and step up and press. So the left leg lunges, the right arm presses, and then we'll switch. You've had enough rest, haven't you? Rock that weight. Back your spine. Tap your shoulders.
Go.
Lunge your left. Work at your own pace as always. Hitting those deltoids this time. Weight in the left hand. Now the right leg steps back into the lunge. The left arm presses up.
Go.
Inhale and exhale. Lunge and lift. Weight in the right hand. Side angle to the right. Brace your arm against your inner thigh. Curl. Work the biceps here. Move the weight to your left hand. Take your side angle to the left. Brace your elbow against your inner thigh.
Go.
Keep that line down the side of your body. Keep your chest open to the front. It's still side angle. With a concentration curl. Weight in the right hand. Left foot lunges back. Right arm presses up.
Go.
Lunge and lift. Move the weight to your left hand, left set of overhead press. Right leg lunges back. Rack it.
Go.
Lunge, lift. Lunge, lift. Triangle legs, weight in the right hand, but reverse triangle, like reverse warrior up here. Now, bend and extend. Lower and lift. Upper arm doesn't move, holding at the elbow. Lifting triceps. In reverse triangle.
Final
Move
round.
the weight to your left hand. Take your reverse triangle to the left side.
Go.
Bend, extend. Lower and lift. Almost. Oh, more than almost. Weights can go aside. Moving down to the third set. Third block. Options for the first cycle. Kneeling forearm plank or kneeling plank and hold. Or regular plank and hold, or regular forearm plank and hold. It'll be 20 seconds, by the way. Or kneeling chaturangas, or full chaturangas. Whatever you choose, think about stabilizing your shoulder girdle. Any of the options will help you build up to a higher option later. It's 20 seconds. Make a choice. Kneeling plank, forearm plank, chaturangas, kneeling or upright.
Go.
If you're doing chaturanga, remember, shoulders don't go below the elbows. Just level to the elbows, not lower. Protect your shoulder joint. Everybody prone. Locust. Stack your hands. Zip up your legs together.
Go.
Lift and lower. Legs and upper body. Or just one or the other if you prefer. Just enough to engage the lower back. Back to your forearm planks or chaturangas, whatever option you want to do here. You can always change options.
Go.
Don't forget to breathe. On your belly, locust. Zip up the legs. Lift both arms and upper body and legs, or just one or the other.
Go.
Roll onto your back for bridge. Plant your feet close to your back side. Ground your shoulders. Lift and lower your hips. Keep the glutes. Brace your core. Bridge. Regular old bridge. Good old bridge. Crisscross, draw your knees in. Support your head, twist one shoulder, the opposite knee, then the other leg out. Higher is easier, lower is harder. And switch. Plant your feet, second set of bridges.
Go.
Lift and lower, up and down. Exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale. Squeeze the glutes, press into your feet. Keep it going. Knees in, last set
Final
of crisscross. Twist one shoulder toward the opposite knee, extend the leg out. Switch
Go.
it.
Recover.
Plant your feet. That's our fusion. Let's walk our feet out a little wider than our hips. Let's come back to that belly breath we practiced earlier. Expand your abdomen as you inhale. Press it out as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You'll find that deeper breaths help you recover better than faster breaths. Now relaxing, let's sway the knees from side to side. Just releasing the lower back a little bit here. Roll to one side and come up to a seated position. We'll do some cow face arms to stretch out our triceps. Let's roll the shoulders back and down. Let's raise the right arm up. Pat ourselves on the back. Now, if you have a strap, you might want to hold a strap in that hand. If you don't have a strap, I'll take care of you in a second. Opposite arm comes out, thumb twists under. I'm going to reach all the way across the back and around my waist. Reach up, see if I can grab a strap or grab my fingertips. If I can't do either, I don't have a strap, I'll just grab my elbow up here and press or pull back. Getting that stretch in the triceps. Working on cow face pose eventually. Keeping lift in the front body. Stacking the spine. And relaxing. Rolling the shoulders back once again. Rolling shoulders really gives us more space to move typically. Sweeping the left arm up, patting the back, grabbing a strap if we have one, extending out, flipping the thumb under, reaching all the way around the waist, then up to grab the fingertips or the strap, or press the elbow back. Lifting the front body, lengthening the spine. Cow face pose. Relax. Let's extend the right leg out and bring the left foot to the right thigh. And we'll just reach for that right foot and lean into it, opening up the hamstrings. Option to drop to your elbow and grab your heel. Option to reach the opposite arm up and bring it over. You can reach for the toe if you like. We'll rise back up. Let's bring the right leg in, the left leg out. Reach for the toe or the foot. Press into it, stretching the hamstrings. Option to drop to the elbow and grab the heel. Option to extend the opposite arm up or reach over, perhaps even grabbing the toe. And rising back up. Let's do our butterfly, Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of our feet together. You can have as much space between your heels and your torso as the length of your foot. Or you can slide your feet further forward. We're making a diamond shape with our legs. Inhale tall. Exhale, pressing the chest forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and press forward. Sinking, breathing, and rising back up. Let's cross our legs now for a pigeon variation. If you want more hip opening, you can stack one shin over the other, with ankle over knee, knee over ankle, or just take whatever crossing of the legs works for you. Inhale tall. Exhale, relax forward, walk the fingertips out. Now take your time here. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you how far and how fast you can sink into this one. And if you take the time and don't force it, you'll find you can breathe yourself deeper and deeper. Use that sinking breath. Inhale. On the exhale, you might find your chest gets a little closer to your shins. The head hangs heavy. The hips open up slowly but surely. We begin to slowly walk our hands back in and sitting up. Whatever you're doing with your legs, just switch the cross. Bring the bottom leg on top, the top leg on the bottom. It may feel different on one side than the other. That's typical. It almost always does. Inhale tall. Exhale, release forward. Walk the fingertips out. Let the head hang heavy. And just relax and breathe into it with sinking breath, giving yourself time, giving the joints time to release and let you go deeper into this fold. Sinking the chest toward the shins. And then slowly walking the hands back in. Let's extend the legs. Shake them out. We can grab onto one leg and roll ourselves down with nice control, or we can stack the spine, send the arms forward, cup the pelvis under, and roll down one vertebra at a time. Onto our backs, drawing the knees in, each hand grabbing one knee, stirring like egg beaters. Reversing. Let's release the left leg out and down. With the left hand, we'll draw the right leg across, rolling onto that left hip, keeping the shoulders grounded, extending the right arm to the side and turning the head to the right. Relaxing and melting into this spinal twist. Coming back to center, we'll hug both knees in. We'll roll those legs in a circle 3 times one direction. And then reverse it. And then we'll release the right leg out and down. With the right hand, we'll pull the left leg across, rolling onto the right hip. Shoulder blades grounded, the left arm extending out to the side, turning the head to the left. Breathe, relax, and melt into spinal twist. Coming back to center, we'll hug the knees. We'll rock out the back a little bit. Let's bring our arms between the knees and grab the arches of the feet or the outside edges, your choice. Coming into happy baby, soles of the feet face the ceiling, ankles stacked over the knees drawing down toward the floor. Now try to bring your entire spine down to the floor. And we can rock from side to side, releasing the lower back. Coming to stillness, let's release the legs out and down. Feet can be wide apart, taking up all the space we need. Feet just fall out to the side. Hands float down, palms are facing up. Let's close our eyes. Let's begin to make any adjustments we need to make in order to feel completely supported and grounded into the floor. You may need to adjust your hips or your shoulders or your head to find that right length in the spine where you don't feel compressed, you feel lengthened and relaxed. Let's become aware of the weight of the body sinking into the floor. Feel your entire being grounding down toward the earth. Become aware of those points of contact in your body and the floor. And with that sense of grounding, we'll come back into our breath, just to observe it, just to follow it. Inhale and exhale, letting any stray thoughts wander on through and pass by. Keeping awareness in the breath, and going deeper into Shavasana. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. When you're ready, we'll rock the head from side to side, wiggle the fingers and toes, circle the wrists and ankles in one direction, and reverse direction. We can bend our knees, plant our feet, and roll to one side, stacking hip over hip and shoulder over shoulder. Just resting the head on the arm for a moment. And then with as little effort as possible, pressing ourselves up to a comfortable seated position. Let's take a moment to stack the spine and roll the shoulders back, shine the heart forward. Bring the hands to heart center. Perhaps taking a moment for gratitude for a lovely day. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. Namaste.